Power target trades, power trigger trade. All right, people, I have two plans here. First, I'm going to talk about Costco, and then I'm going to explain the Netflix plan. So after the Costco plan, I'm going to explain the Netflix plan. So first things first, we're going to talk about Costco. So Costco, COST is set up to test 172 to 175. Could go even higher, but we're definitely set up to test these levels. The December 15 170 calls are great to use. That's right, people. So let's listen to the instructions here. So Costco needs to. I will explain inside the video the facts and the key details. All right, people. So here's the thing. One of the things this stock is kind of lacking volume. Okay, but this stock is a stock that can rise in an overbought situation. So being overbought, it doesn't really matter. What does matter though is we do need the right kind of volume. I believe without the right kind of volume, we could be stuck and chopped. So what can happen is one scenario is they kind of base this around, they chop it. Okay. However, if we can get the right confirmation, I'm going to explain that. So listen, what this needs to do is get above. So what this needs to do is get above 167.5. Okay. So and we want to get above there with some good action volume. Okay, so for example, we want about 400K minimum. Okay, a little bit more, 400K on a 10-minute chart through 167.5. And of course, if the volume isn't there, then they will require basically 167.5, a power towards 168. The thing is, we want to get some combination of volume and price pressure, or else I don't think they're, it may not move fast enough. So we're going to look for the price, volume, and pressure, and strong price action. So if we can get that 400K at least minimum, as you're smashing through 167.5, that would be a good entry point. If not, basing and power towards 168 would be the next scenario for COST, unless I make an update. All right, now we're going to talk about Netflix. Alright, people, so here's Netflix. This is an update, and let's talk about this. So Netflix is set up to test 210 to 220. Okay, so this can go either way. They can take it up a little bit. Could be even to the 215 area, but it's the range of between 210 to 220 is the next pattern, and it's a matter of the right confirmation. Okay, and I got to explain this, and that's why we're going to look at the November 17 205 calls are great to use, because this could happen sometime next week. I talked about it here, but we never could confirm. We've been basing, we've been chopping around. I even took a short position in this, and they barely were able to budget lower. I got out for a small, kind of like a small profits. We'll call it even a break even. And now we're looking again for that breakout. Okay, so Netflix needs to. I will explain inside the video those key facts. So listen, this is very. It's not the breakout requirement now is a minimum we need above 202 on some good action volume. Good action volume is 1 million on a 10-minute chart. Now, if the volume isn't there, okay, it's important that this then we'll have to watch for a basing of 202 and look for power towards 204 to even the breakout to the high of 204.5. There's going to be, sometimes you need a break above the previous highs, right? With that volume as well. But if we do get the right action volume, 202 could be an entry point. Again, if we don't get it at 202, we might get some basing in the power. What will show between 202 to 204. Without that volume, the stock can continue to. I know this. It's just like over here when we broke out on this day over here, when we had this directional move. You can see the volume correlation. That same thing, if you notice, this volume is not the kind of volume that's going to take this. This stock can just move little. This is the same thing. This stock here is kind of like a Tesla, but Tesla is a much faster mover, but it needs that volume and power. And when they don't have them, they don't go very far. They chop around. This one here, $2 swings are really nothing. This stock is like a good day for this is a 5 to 8 point swing. Okay, And you can see that it does have these, even more than that, it does have these great good moves, okay? But one of the correlation, if you notice, is volume, and the volume is low. And when it's low, you get that chop like you do over here. And so the same requirement here. We not just need the volume, but we need the price power at key levels. And 202 is the starting point minimum. If not, basing above 202 and look for power towards 203 to 204 and a half. Okay, that's the reality of it. And right now, this plan will stand as we've got this for the 2 weeks out here. Okay, which is November 17, 205 calls. Let's go take a look at the options for both NFLX and Costco. All right, people. So here we have the close November the 3rd for Costco at 166.44, up 149. And here are the December calls, the 170s. And you can see that, you know, there is some open interest in here. There is good action. The spreads are pretty good. I watched this, and you know, they are about 10 cents. Even less. It fluctuates, okay? But these are going to be the sweet spot options that are going to make some great gains. You want to get into December 15. They are trading, you know, they did trade the most in terms of there was no big deal, but there still was 547 contracts. It is the pattern. It does lack the volume, but if the volume comes in, these December 15 calls are going to be, you know, good 100%, 150% gainers if we get the right action. If this can confirm, because you know what it is, people. You know what, we'll tell you what it is. All right, so November the 3rd, Netflix closed at 200. Another key pivotal point. Again, we need the power. We got the November 17 calls. You don't need these are ones we don't need as much time on. This stock's a fact. Neither it moves or it doesn't move, right? It's one of those things. It neither moves and chops. So here are the 205 calls. And the thing is, they're trading very well. You can see here there was some good open interest, and there was, you know, 1,133 contracts, tight spreads. You want to use these ones, okay? You want to use. We're gonna stick with the. A little bit more time. I don't, you know, we might not confirm. We might confirm sometime during the week. We never know. This is why we have a plan, and we wait for confirmation is key. Let's go take a look. All right, people. Welcome to Power Target Trades. As you can see here, confirmation is key. Power target trade, right? Power target trades, same thing. Confirmation is key. Don't forget to study my created playlist. Open up a YouTube account if you don't have one, so you can participate in the live streams. Click the subscribe button. If you have one already and you're not subscribed, I'm going to show you an easy way to subscribe to this great YouTube channel. You want to participate in the live streams. I'm going to be doing them standardly on Wednesdays. Okay, so Wednesdays we'll be doing live streams in the early evening. So look out for that. Keep that in your mind if you want to ask me some questions. We're going to discuss our plans and so on and so forth. It'll be, I think it'll be a great, it'll be great. So let's see what I say. All right, people. Now that we just finished watching that great detailed video, don't forget to look at my banner. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you check out my creative playlist. Make sure you study before taking action on Power Target Trades. Every plan that I make has great detailed instructions. And I put my heart and soul in it because I want my subscribers and followers to make great money in the markets. But you have to study, people. Now let me show you a way to subscribe. Let's see a picture of me around here in a circle format. Simply click on it and it's going to give you an easy way to subscribe. Don't forget, people, at the end of the video to like the video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video.